first thing is you need to really feed your funnel, and that takes a huge amount of preparatory work. And when I haven't done that, I've really regretted it. Even Octopus, who came in as our Series A investor, they turned us down 12 months before they finally wrote us a check. So you want to talk to as many people as possible so that you're in the privileged position, as Paul said, which is to be able to choose. You need to choose them carefully. In terms of what to look for, it depends at what stage, I would say. I think when you're earlier stage, like at Series A, Octopus were great for us because they had so much support in place. Literally very hands-on. We were staying in their office in New York. Their headhunter in New York went to interview people on our behalf. We were able to use their sort of group of experts, be it legal support, HR, and so on. So I think because of the way the tech market is in the UK, actually, a lot of the VCs are competing for entrepreneurs. So finding an institution with great support was really helpful. But as I said, it particularly comes down to the individual. You just need to find somebody who has the same values and the same long-term vision. And I think particularly for Elvie, we are a social impact tech company, which means we needed somebody who does believe in the purpose side as well, who fundamentally does believe in it, but also a fund which is very patient capital, because when you're creating new categories, it's a long-term mission. The very first thing we did, which sounds a bit boring, and it was advice that Alex Saley kept giving me though, because before we launched the pelvic floor trainer, I was first-time founder, I was stressing about everything, and he just kept saying, Tania, product, product, product. If your product solves a problem for women, they will do the rest. And obviously it's not that straightforward, but there was something about our products, because they're so intimate and because they solve a problem that nobody was talking about, that actually that word of mouth has been so incredibly powerful for us. But obviously it's not all organic, we also pushed it out. So we have the standard digital marketing tools, but particularly influencer marketing is very useful for us, because then you have women giving testimonies and showing how the products work. And then it's about, I suppose we've been quite provocative, because again, it comes down to your values, right? But we're all about, our mission is to empower women through radical female-first technology. And in order to get market penetration of our products, but also to have bigger impact, we need to change the conversation about women's health. So because we came from that kind of understanding, it's led to really quite disruptive campaigns. So at one point we had these 4 huge inflatable breasts, different shapes, different colours, that we put around London skyline to highlight the stigma around breastfeeding and breast pumping. So it's sort of, I would say, in terms of building community, it's about finding the issues that women really care about. And I think for us, we have this advantage because women become so attached to our products and do a lot of the marketing for us as well. I do think probably post-Series A, when you suddenly get that big check, and you suddenly need to come up with new products and you need to start scaling, is very challenging. And I think, like many entrepreneurs, I'd say one of the hardest things is getting the people side right. You end up hiring very fast, and then you make mistakes, and then you have to let people go. And I think for me personally, that's always been the hardest bit, that sort of side of it, the fact you have to make decisions quickly in those areas. The high point is for me, it's actually having seen this being so much about, my ideas and me being in the detail of everything. And now, being able to go to Bristol and seeing the new team and seeing how I've created something which genuinely, if I walk away tomorrow, it'll just keep growing. It's become something much bigger than I could have imagined, and that's really wonderful.